Hello my friends and welcome back to Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise. I don't know, I've been up since 4 a.m. I'm very tired. So I'm trying to keep myself awake because it's actually only midday. And yeah, it's just been one of those days, right? Yeah, I've already been everywhere and done everything today. And yeah, it's still going to be, I've still got a lot of day ahead of me before I can go to bed. Anyway, I've been talking about doing this video for a while, so I've just kind of randomly shoved everything on my desk because today is the day we are going to do the travel kit, journal, travel, the things I took away to New Zealand, a review of it, what worked, what didn't work, that kind of thing. Wish me luck. So if you haven't already, you can go and have a look at where I discussed what I was planning on taking with me. I will put a video link up here, normal spot. I have also done a flip through and a little vlog so you can see what the holiday was like on my channel for my New Zealand journal. So I will also leave a link to that up there, or maybe in the description box if I forget. We'll see. So the other thing I did was right at the end of this journal, oh, not quite at the end, I tell a lie. I wrote down what I took and I ticked what worked and what I didn't use. So I'll put that off to one. Actually, I'll put it in front of me so I can look at it. Because if you want to see my journal, go and have a look at my journal flip through. So, okay, what did I take? I know it's a hot mess. I took this vertical Delfonics pouch. My plan was to fill it with the taking things, and also put my travel journal inside it because a regular size traveler's notebook does fit in this Delfonics vertical pouch. This was really handy. However, things to note was that after I actually loaded it up with all my stuff, I decided to put my journal in the front of my backpack, and I packed it in its, you know, the little canvas sort of bag, cotton baggy thing that it comes with. Yeah, so I put that in there and just kept my journaling stuff in here, and it just made it a bit easier to get things in and out. So the other thing I wanted to note was I used a Traveller's Notebook Company 64-page dot insert, and I found that perfect for a 2-week holiday. Something I didn't show in my other video was for Christmas, I got a new pen case. So I hadn't actually factored on taking that with me, and so what I did is I took 2 fountain pens with me. I took my Kaweco collection iridescent pearl because I have cartridges in these, so less likely for horrible inky accidents. And I also took my Kaweco Sport Frosted Coconut, I believe this is, also cartridge. So that was fun to have that. And somewhere along the line I have picked up, what do we call that? We don't say dirt. It has picked up some patina. Yes. Probably a cookie time patina. Yeah. So this is good. And I took the ink cartridges I took were the Caran D'Ache Organic Brown. as seen on this page, and the J. Herbin Ombre de Bermani as seen on this page. So that's my cheat sheet, so it's got to go back there. Loved this, made me feel very fancy and super special. So nice. The other thing I took was, of course, my Muji glue stick. No good. Nope. Things don't stick. It sticks sort of briefly and then things keep falling off the page. So when I came home, I had to go over it with my glue stick. Yeah, so if you're going to Muji, don't. I know they're cheap, but don't waste your money on the Muji glue stick. Yeah, they're just not very gluey. Right. Tape runner. I had a little travel one. I don't know what I've done with it. Yeah, so when I found out that the glue stick wasn't really working, I used that tape runner everywhere. Excellent. I picked up a little one from a Daiso, just a really nice tiny travel one. Not great. I wouldn't use it for home use because it's only got like 8 meters or something, but perfect for travel. And I did take 2 and I did finish one. Gel pens, I took the Vintage Sarasa in grey brown, and I think I took my Camel as well. Yes, great, plenty of room, no problem. Happy. My fine liners, I took 3 of these. I put the 0.1, the 0.5 and the 0.8. Did not use them. I don't know why. When I was doing some painting, some watercolor painting in my journal, for one reason or another, I just wasn't really using them. But I would still take 2 in future if I was going on a longer holiday, so more than 2 weeks. If I was going away for 5 or 6 weeks, I would still take a couple of these because I might have more chance to use it. Mechanical pencil was a last minute addition that I put in when I was packing that I didn't include in my original video. That was a must have. Definite. Didn't take any spare inks. Inks. What does this use? Leads. So that didn't think that through, but it was okay. I didn't require it. My watercolors. Yes. Great. Loved having them. Woke up morning that we were leaving and realized I would also need to put in some little paper towel-y thingy bits. So I got this is like 1 paper towel. I cut it into 4. So as you can see, I've still got 3 spare pieces. And in my watercolor box, this was my little, the thing for wiping the brush thing between paint things. Firing on all cylinders here today. I also did a swatching color chart. I did a swatching color chart before we left as well. That was really handy. And just on that point, I would actually I'm going to mix up the colors a bit. I really missed having a brown, and I felt I didn't need these 3 greens. Like I could have easily mixed sort of a green using the yellow options and the blue options. So before I go away again, I'm actually going to review these paints that I have in here and swap a couple out because and I put my spare pen cartridges in here, and I actually needed a new Ombre de Bermani while we were away, so that was handy. So rule of thumb is a warm red, a cool red, a warm yellow, a cool yellow, a warm blue, a cool blue, and some sort of neutrally things or personal preferencey things. How many do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many did I just say? Warm yellow, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. That's 6. Oh yeah, so I still got plenty of room to sort of play around with that. So doing something about that in the future. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the small, do you know what else? I did not use these at all. Not a single one. Once again, night before we got on the plane, I just thought, you know what? I don't know if I can be bothered to be mucking around with paintbrushes and pots of water and that kind of thing, but I'm not certain. So what I did was I took a water brush, just one of these. I think it's a Pentel. Yeah, a Pentel water brush. I took a little fine one because I literally just grabbed it on the spur of the moment. I'd probably take more of a medium one in future, or maybe I would just take this one. I don't know. Yeah, so that was really interesting because I thought I would use these and didn't. Still haven't used them. Brand new, untouched. So that's a turn up. The other thing I chucked in at the last minute was a Tombow brush, marker pen, brush pen. This is the water-based one, N57, really nice neutral. And yeah, I used this in my journal. I used it on postcards to just make them a little bit more fun and interesting. And yeah, so that was a bit of a surprise too. My stamps, I took some like clear stamps. I also took a little stamping block, and I took 3 inks. I probably didn't really need to take 3 inks for a 2-week trip. If I was doing a 2-week trip or less in future, I would probably just take 1. If I was doing a 5 to 6 week trip, I would probably take 3 still. Watercolor paper. I bought this really nice watercolor pad with the idea of, with all that free time I was going to be having, painting some postcards. Couldn't fit it in my luggage in the end. We were so tight for luggage. Between the 4 of us, we had 2 small suitcases and 3 giant golf bags. With my golf bag had my clubs in it and my son's clubs in it because he doesn't have a full-size set yet. And once we put in golf shoes and golf clothes and that kind of stuff, I literally had nowhere to squeeze this in, and I didn't want to get it all warped or bent or pushed on or anything. So that ended up staying at home. So there you go. Let's see, what else did I put on? Oh, the stick-on pockets. The Traveler's Notebook Company little plastic stick-on pocket things. Yeah, like in here, this one. These are great. Loved these. Totally taking heaps of them. Any sort of a trip, any length of a trip. Totally taking heaps of those in the future. I took my cream out, which is like white out, but cream. That was good. That was a godsend so that my journal doesn't look like a hot mess. So I was able to fix any spelling mistakes and things like that. So that was good. So yes, yes, yes. Yeah, my list goes for 2 pages. I took 6 30cm washi tape samples, and I just put them on like playing cards and put them in the canvas pockety thing in my journal. They were great. I didn't use them all up, but I used them a lot and would totally do that again. And note to self, just a plain white tape would have been really good to have, just for putting sticking things in, but without trying to make a feature of the washi tape, because I like doing the double stick as well if I'm doing a flip out or a tip in or whatever it's called. You could just use a white tape. It would have just been really handy. Fortunately my daughter took some, so I borrowed some of hers. Little travel scissors, the little pocket ones. I thought I had them here. I've been so efficient. I've tidied everything away. Yes, fantastic. Make sure you pack them in your toiletries bag and put them in the hold. I took assorted stickers, washi bits, pet samples. Yep, all good, all good, all good. Note to self, I said maybe a few more papers for backgrounds would have been good. because I do like ripping some paper for backgrounds, and that was a technique that I found myself missing in my travel journal because I just didn't have any. So that was an oversight. And of course, paper doesn't take up much space. You can find, often you get things in paper bags and stuff. I mean, you can use that, but it tends to be like white or brown. We went out to dinner one night to really, funky, hip happening Mexican restaurant, and we had some dessert of churros. It was Margot's, and the churros came on this kind of brown paper with their logo and kind of like flaming tacos and cacti and avocados. And so I very carefully extracted that from the churros and brushed off the cinnamon, and my family, who are used to it now, didn't bat an eyelid. It still might just very faintly have a hint of cinnamon about it. I don't know. But yeah, not greasy. If it had been greasy, I would have left it, but this one, it wasn't greasy. So that was nice. I mean, maybe if you find bits and pieces like that, it would be quite good. Oh yeah, my mini pouch. That was great. I put in my runners, so my cream out, my tape runners, my glue stick, my travel scissors. I really missed having my date stamp. I use in my tea journal, just like a little twizzly thing that you can change for the date. I would have really liked that. That just would have been nice to stamp in. So I definitely would take that in the future. Oh yeah, I got another Christmas present. I got this faux memo printer, and unlike other people who have had theirs sent to them for free, not I, my husband bought this for me as a Christmas gift. So it's really nice. So you can get clear sticker strips, matte on white. It's a thermal printer, but they do have some which last 15 to 20 years. I'm just trying to see if I can find where I use some. Oh yeah, so things like this heading, I printed that out. This one, printed that out on it. The Cromwell fruit, giant fruit, printed that. It was just, the Cookie Time logo. Just, yeah, there's sort of something every day just to print out and put in and mix it up a bit and give it kind of like that pet tape vibe, but obviously custom. So nice. Knowing I love sending mail and I love collecting postcards and that kind of thing, my husband got me one that looks like an airmail envelope. So super cute. So that was the other thing. I put it in here, and so there was no room for my journal by the time this came in as well. What else? Oh yeah. The other thing I popped in, which I don't think I included in my video, was a clip. Should have packed two. One's good, two's better. Oh yeah, I would have liked to have some paper frames or some flower stickers or something like that. I didn't pack any of those. I put my stamps and my inks in here, which is why that's sitting there. This had my other things and that was in there. Oh yeah, so I've written here a slightly different watercolor, brown, orange and a charcoal. Yeah, okay. So I missed having like a charcoal-y color for sort of like shadows and things, and I missed having a really nice orange because I like orange, so I just missed it. And a brown, like a proper brown, would have been good because I also like using brown. I know there hasn't really been much to look at. It's been mostly me talking and waving my hands around at you. So I'll try and make the next one a bit more interesting. But that's kind of the quick summary of what worked, what didn't, what would I not take, what would I take again. And if I go somewhere again, I will do another travel journal kit and take those things in, keep those things in mind, and update the video or make a new video or something like that. Yes. Oh, I also want to show you, I got a new fountain pen for Christmas as well, which I might have already shown you, but I just saw it on my desk, and I just wanted to show you how cute it is. So cute. It's a little TWSBI mini. So here's my favourite TWSBI here, the Iris. So this is a TWSBI VAC 700R, and this is its little friend. So cute. Anyway, enough of that. I shall see you next time. Thank you for joining me on this mad video, and we'll try to do something a bit more structured and next time. Okay, bye.